Okay, think about this for a second. Something you use every single day, probably twice, your toothbrush. But what happens after you toss it?
Right. Billions of them. Plastic ones, landfills, oceans. It adds up.
Exactly. So today, we're doing a deep dive into something you might not expect. The global compostable toothbrush market. It's actually booming.
It really is.
Our mission is to look at a detailed market forecast, pull out the key insights, the surprising trends shaping this whole eco-friendly space. We're looking at data from 2021 right through to a projection for 2033.
Yeah, and we should mention the source here is cognitive market research. It's solid data.
And when we say compostable, we mean things like bamboo handles, lamp-based bristles, stuff designed to break down, not sit in a landfill forever.
And the key point, I think, is that this isn't just some tiny niche anymore. It's actually a pretty big signal about wider shifts, how consumers are thinking, how industry is responding.
Okay, so let's get into the big picture. The overall market growth numbers are, well, they're pretty striking. It started around $180 million back in 2021.
Yeah.
By 2025, it's expected to nearly double, hitting about $350 million.
Wow, that's fast growth already.
But wait, the forecast for 2033? It's projected to skyrocket past $1.4 billion.
$1 billion for compostable toothbrushes.
Yeah, that works out to a global compound annual growth rate, the CAGR, of 19.1%.
19%?
Think about that. Almost an eightfold jump in, just over a decade?
That's remarkable.
When was the last time you thought about any toothbrush market hitting $1 billion, let alone the compostable kind?
It's fascinating, isn't it, how quickly a seemingly small product category can scale like this.
Right.
And if you connect that to the bigger picture, it really signals this powerful underlying demand for sustainable personal care stuff. People want it.
And companies are starting to deliver, it seems.
Exactly. More supply, more innovation meeting that demand.
So let's break that down. Where is this growth happening? How does it look region by region? Let's start with North America.
Okay.
Pretty impressive numbers there, too. It's about $69 million in 2021. Grows to over $132 million by 2025, and the forecast for 2033 is over $522 million.
So still very strong growth.
Yeah, the CAGR there is 18.69%, very close to the global average.
And within North America, is it mainly the U.S.?
Mostly, yeah. The U.S. is the big driver. It goes from about $51 million to projected nearly $400 million by 2033. That's an 18.77% growth rate.
Okay.
But Canada and Mexico aren't far behind in terms of growth rate. Canada is set to hit over $85 million, Mexico nearly $47 million by 2033, both growing at over 18% as well.
That's interesting because, these are established markets, developed economies.
Right.
So why are they showing such strong growth for what's, relatively speaking, a newer product type?
Good question.
It really suggests consumers there are actively looking for eco-friendly options, even for everyday things. It's not just a fad. It seems like a real shift in preference.
Okay, let's cross the Atlantic, Europe. How does it compare?
Yeah, what's happening there?
Also substantial growth. Started lower, around $43 million in 2021.
Okay.
Rises to almost $81 million by 2025. And the projection for 2033, over $310 million.
So still significant growth, but maybe slightly less total value than North America by 2033.
Exactly. The CGR is 18.31%.
Yeah.
Still very high, but just a tad lower than North America.
And within Europe? Any standouts?
Germany's a big one. Almost $12 million up to over $88 million by 2033. The UK, too, from around $9 million to nearly $67 million.
Similar growth rates for them.
Pretty similar. Germany at 18.64%, UK at 18.36%. But what's interesting is the variation. Spain actually has a higher CGR, almost 19%.
Yeah.
Yeah, 18.98%. Those starting from a smaller base, obviously. Around $2 million to nearly $17 million.
Okay.
Contrast that with, say, Russia, around 16.7%, or Sweden, which is the lowest mentioned here at about 16.1%.
So there's a bit more variation within Europe.
Definitely.
That's quite revealing, actually. The overall trend is clearly up, but these different speeds, it probably points to, different levels of consumer readiness, maybe.
Or maybe different retail pushes. Availability.
Could be. Or even how effective environmental campaigns have been country by country. It suggests the market penetration isn't uniform yet. Spain might be one to watch.
Okay, but if you want to see where this market is truly, exploding, you have to look east. Asia Pacific.
Right. Let's hear those numbers.
Prepare yourself. It goes from about $55 million in 2021.
Okay, similar start to North America, roughly.
A bit lower, yeah. But then jumps to over $112 million by 2025. And the 2033 forecast, nearly $500 million. $495 million.
Wow. So catching up fast.
And here's the kicker. The CAGR is 20.35%. It leads all regions.
Over 20%. That's phenomenal.
And look at the specific countries driving this. China, nearly $17 million in 2021, projected to hit $170 million by 2033,
Huge jump.
with a CAGR of 21.45%.
Incredible.
India, too, just under $9.5 million, up to almost $92 million. CAGR, 21.15%.
So two giants really powering ahead.
Absolutely. But others, too. South Korea, nearly $67 million by 2033. Southeast Asia as a bloc, almost $46 million, both with CAGRs over 20% as well. It's broad momentum.
Okay, let's put that in context. Asia Pacific leading the growth. What does that tell us?
It feels significant.
It really suggests this demand for sustainable products isn't just a Western thing, is it?
Not at all.
It's truly global, and it's gaining traction incredibly fast in these really populous developing economies. It makes you think about that mix, doesn't it? Rising incomes.
Right, people can afford to make the switch.
And also, maybe rapidly growing environmental awareness among huge numbers of consumers. That combination is powerful.
Okay, let's quickly round out the globe. Other areas showing growth.
Yeah, what about South America, Middle East, Africa?
All growing steadily. South America goes from just over $7 million to nearly $50 million by 2033. That's a 17.65 per CAGR.
Still very respectable.
Brazil's the main player there, heading towards $21.5 million.
Okay, Middle East.
Expanding from under $4 million to almost $28 million. TGR of 18.51%, so quite strong, actually.
Interesting. Any country focus.
Saudi Arabia stands out, growing strongly towards $9.5 million with a 19% CGR.
Right. And Africa.
Also showing good momentum. From about $2 million to nearly $14 million by 2033.
Yeah.
CGR around 17.4%.
Okay.
Nigeria, for example, climbing towards $4.3 million.
So what strikes me there is the consistency.
How so?
Well, these regions started with smaller market sizes, right, for this specific product.
Definitely.
But they're all showing really significant double-digit growth over the forecast period. It's not just about mature markets adopting something new.
It's more widespread.
Exactly. It points to this underlying global shift in what consumers value.
Yeah.
The desire for eco-friendly options seems to be, well, pretty universal now. It transcends the old economic development lines.
So, okay, we've seen the numbers, we've seen the regions. It's impressive growth everywhere, especially Asia-Pacific. Which brings us to the big question. Why? Why compostable toothbrushes? And maybe by extension, why this boom in eco-friendly stuff overall? What does it all mean for you listening?
Yeah, that's the critical question, isn't it? What are the fundamental forces driving this? The report points to basically three core things.
Okay, what are they?
First, and maybe most obviously, it's just rising sustainability awareness globally.
People just care more.
It seems so. People are more informed, more concerned about the environment, about waste, about plastic. You see it in the media, education. People see the impact around them.
Yeah, that makes sense. It feels like a deeper shift in values, not just a trend.
I think so. So that's driver number one, awareness.
Okay, what's two?
Second is eco-friendly product innovation. It's one thing to want sustainable options. It's another to have good ones available.
Ah, so the products actually have to work well.
Exactly. Companies are responding. They're developing viable, high-quality alternatives, better materials, better designs, things that actually perform well.
So it's not like you have to compromise much anymore to choose the green option.
Less and less, certainly. And sometimes the price gap is shrinking, too. So better products, more accessible, that's key.
Availability and quality. Got it. And the third driver.
The third one connects to an even bigger picture. It's the broader global shift away from plastic, especially single-use plastic.
Right, we hear a lot about that.
This compostable toothbrush market, it's like a perfect little case study of that bigger movement.
A tangible example.
Precisely. It reflects this conscious effort, societally and industrially, to cut down plastic waste. Consumer pressure, yes, but also regulations are starting to play a role, and companies seeing the writing on the wall. It's about changing whole systems.
So awareness, innovation, and this bigger anti-plastic movement all coming together.
That seems to be the formula driving this remarkable growth.
Okay, so wrapping this up, we've journeyed through the compostable toothbrush market, seen it go from, well, a pretty niche idea to what's projected to be a multi-billion-dollar global industry in, what, less than 15 years?
Quite the transformation.
The numbers really do tell a story. That near 800% global increase from 2021 to 2033.
That's astonishing.
Fueled by that mix, people caring more, better eco products being available, and this big push away from plastic.
And what's truly fascinating, I think, is that it is global. It's not just one or two regions.
Yeah, we saw that clearly.
It shows this almost universal appetite for more responsible choices. And zooming out, it underscores how even everyday items, things we barely think about.
Like a toothbrush.
Exactly. They can be indicators of these huge economic and environmental shifts happening all around us. It reflects a really profound change in how we're thinking about consumption.
So for you, the listener, maybe a final thought to chew on. Given how fast compostable toothbrushes have taken off, what other everyday things in your life, common disposable stuff,
Yep.
what do you think is next? What's ripe for a big eco-friendly or plastic-free makeover in the coming years?
That's a great question.
What might that look like? Something to ponder.